Hey there, Marcus here. I'm gonna show you a workflow today that is similar to something I did before. So the idea is basically to categorize content, which is something we have done before on text. But what we're gonna do now is categorize it on these nice images. I just took some images as examples. So say that we have a car website. Maybe we have a historical car site that we already set up, and there was something where we wanted to categorize the cars, but it was just too much work for the editors, and now it's just too much work because maybe you're sitting on 10,000, 20,000 images or something, and you know, of course you could find a mechanical Turk or maybe a student that's willing to help you, but even that would be a lot of work, right? So here comes AI to save the day. And this is basically what I'm going to show you, how to set this up in Drupal today. As usual, this is just plain vanilla Drupal. I've only done 2 modifications to it. I've added the admin toolbar so I can basically come to pages a little bit faster. I will also show you I have added minimum stability dev in the composer package. That's because the AI Interpolator is still in beta. There's no stable release yet, but hopefully that's fixed soon. So this is the plugin we're going to use today, which is the AI Interpolator OpenAI, together then with the AI Interpolator module, which is a requirement for all these plugins. Before I start, as usual, Drupal is free, AI Interpolator is free. Everything you see here you can do yourself after you've seen this tutorial. It's gonna be a little bit different. So I already show which kind of module to use, right? I didn't do that before, which might have confused some people. I will also show you how you actually install it. I'm gonna install it via Composer, which is by far the most reliable method for doing it. There are other ways you can do it, but yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it. So I just copied this Composer command. I'm using something called Doxal for running this. You could use ddev or Lando or even MAMP or something. You know, set up Apache from scratch, set up PHP from scratch, Nginx, whatever however you like to set it up. But in this case, I'm using Doxal, which means I write fin. It's just a wrapper command for other commands to run them inside the Docker container. And then I just paste this. So this will get the AI Interpolator OpenAI, but also the AI Interpolator and the OpenAI module, because they are requirements basically connected to this module. Then what I will do is log in. I will go to extend and I will just find that module, AI Interpolator OpenAI, and I'm going to enable that, but at the same time I'm also going to enable the media module, because in this case that makes sense. If you want to set categories on images and make it fieldable, media is the best module for it in Drupal. If you're not from the Drupal world, there's so much documentation, videos where you can learn about the media modules or how Drupal works in general. You will see now, you get a error message here that you have to set up your OpenAI account. So I'm gonna show you how to do this. You do it under OpenAI settings. This is not at all best practice. You should not be storing it here, because if you store it in a repo, that gets sent to the repo and so on. You should be using a .env file and settings.php or something like that, where it's basically maintained in a deployment process. But if you're just testing it out, you can basically just paste it in here. I'm just gonna drag this out a little bit because I don't want to show my key basically. Save this, go to the home page, and voila, we're back here. We put it in here again. So that's the first step. Second step is that I need to add a vocabulary. So that's basically my my categories. So I'm just gonna steal here because I don't really know that much about cars, to be honest. convertible SUV. So I'm just adding some categories that it can choose from now. Crossover, pay, sedan, pickup, and hatchback, I guess, is enough. That was what this one is a hatchback and this one is a cabriolet, I guess. Then I just start adding some colors because I'm gonna make this into a multi-field basically, so you can it can choose many different categories is the idea, right? And so you can see also that it's truly working. So I'm just adding some colors, and then I add 2-door or 4-door as well. And if we just go here, we can now see all the different choices it has. Just let me see here. This is blue and this is, well, it's silver. I guess I wrote gray, but yeah. Wait, let me remove that. I guess in the car world you don't call it gray, you call it silver. So let's just add gold, see, so it doesn't confuse that. And then we have the media types where we need to add this field basically. So there's the image media type that we want to use for this. We go to manage fields, just create a new field that is a taxonomy, that is this car tags we call it. We say that it can be unlimited. So because we wanted to check many categories, right? And we choose the vocabulary car tags. And then we just enable the AI Interpolator. And there is this rule then called the OpenAI taxonomy. So that's the rule that can basically choose the categories for you automatically. So here's a little bit funny in this case. So you can install the token module so you can run the advanced mode, but I'm not going to show you that here. So what you should do in this case is that you should just, as a context field, take a field that gets filled out, which name will be automatically. And the reasoning for that is that something has to be filled out for it to start the process, but in this case the name doesn't really matter. So we're setting a context that doesn't matter, right? So what the context actually is going to be in this case is the image, right? And how to do this is that we go to advanced settings. Under the model, we choose GPT Vision Preview because that's one of the models that actually has the possibility to read an image and figure out something from it. And when we do that, you see this drops up, OpenAI Vision Image, and then you just choose the field that you actually want the image to be the context of, right? And this means in the prompt, we can actually copy here because it's almost correct. So based on the, instead of context text here, we write image, choose between 2 to 4 categories from the category context that fits the text, and then category options you get from the context here. So value options comma means that basically it takes the list that we created before and gives it to OpenAI as a comma separated list, and then just asks it, right, based on this list, take 2 to 4 categories that fits this image. And then we just remove this context because we don't have a text context. The weight can be 100, we can save it directly because we don't chain any AI in this case. So we just save that. And then I will just go ahead here basically and take content, add media, image. Oh, this looks a little bit funny. Let's fix that first. So we go to form display. Car tag should be here, and we say that it should be a checkbox instead, because that looks a little bit nicer here. So you can see if this was without AI, what would happen is basically I would upload an image write the alt text. There is AI to write the alt text as well, by the way. Sorry. Let's just write the audio, howdy, and then you would have to fill this out, which is, yeah, it's not much work, but of course, if, as I said, if you have a backlog of 20,000 images that you have already, then it's not so fun. So what we do instead, we just leave it empty, and then the AI interpolator understands, oh, I should kick in and try to do something here. So when we save this, you're gonna notice that it takes some time, especially this is local, so it doesn't need time to upload anything, right? And if we click edit now, you see it has filled in 4-door, blue, and a hatchback. So it worked. We're just gonna try one more time, add image, and we try this A5 Cabriolet. Same thing here, we save it. Take some time because it needs to contact OpenAI, of course. And if we go to the Cabriolet, you see it's a 2-door convertible silver. And we just check here. It is a 2-door, right? And it shows silver. And that's it, basically. It's not more complex than that. That's how you can set up automatic categorization on images using the AI Interpolator and the AI Interpolator OpenAI. Yeah, so thanks for watching and happy usage.